Hi, I am Harish Goteti and welcome back to my channel. I'm the founder of Cloud Optimized Solutions. I'm on the in a journey. Hi, I'm Harish Goteti and welcome back to my channel. And I'm the founder of Cloud Optimized Solutions. I'm working towards becoming an AWS partner. And the reason I mentioned that is today's video is about sharing the partner journey with another video on AWS Partner Portal. So this really video is really about explaining you what AWS Partner Central is and giving you a complete walkthrough. The reason I'm doing it is there are not enough trainings I mean there are trainings for each module, but there is not a video that holistically or gives an overview of everything that's available in Partner Central. And I spent a good amount of time doing all that research and working on it. And I want to help any AWS partners out there who are not familiar with Partner Central, or anyone aspiring to become an AWS partner and want to learn about Partner Central. So that's the intent behind today's video, and I hope this video is sufficient for you to actually go ahead and use the partner portal and grow your business, or sorry, Partner Central, and grow your business. So let's dive right in. So this is the Partner Central, as you know. So you'll probably, when you register on APN Partner Network, you probably got your username password, right? You created that. So I'm just going to log in. So once you log in, you will be greeted with a homepage, right? And then you will have, as you see, there are so many options on the top, and here more menus over here. So let's get started with the very basics, and then go deeper into each of these menus, what they do, what is it for, and other things. So as I said, this is like a homepage. Sometimes you get greeted with like all the terms and conditions page. So you say home there and it will go to home. So depends on how long. So today is probably my fourth or fifth time logging in, so it's not showing the terms of agreement, but otherwise generally it shows that as the first page. But anyway, so let's go ahead and talk about the very first thing, which is my profile, right? So if you are a partner and you log in, it will first show you who you are, right? So as you know, I am the alliance lead. So there are different contact types which I'll explain. So I'm also an alliance lead, my number, my email address and other stuff. It will also show my certifications that are linked with this email address, and these are the two certifications, foundational and associate, which got my recertified. So those are the two things with this email address that are associated. And then partner terms and conditions is what I said that will show initially, right? So that's the one thing. The next thing that we want to talk about is the my company. So in my company, you will have the partner scorecard, like where are we with the whole thing and the partner journey. Then you have the company profile, what are you offering and all that stuff. Then you have the user management. Educate job board is basically, if you are hiring, you can actually post your hiring in educate job board. Finally, training and certifications will have all the trainings from the entire team. So let's go into each one of them and check it out. So some of those things you can see from the home screen as well. So if you go to home, you will see the same thing, but we'll talk about the menus on the top. So partner scorecard, it will tell you, what are we, where am I currently here, and I'm enrolled, but I'm still hiring, I'm still getting the certifications done. So that this is the scorecard. That is what we need to keep an eye on, right? So that is what it is. Then you have company profile, where you enter the company name, the company, and all the other things. And then you'll have this section is really what paths did I choose. So I offer, what are we doing in AWS, right? So I offer consulting, we offer professional services and training. So these are three things I selected. I can actually go ahead, and if I'm not doing training, I can just remove training. If I can remove professional services, consulting, whatever we want. So domains, this is the domain that's tied to it because I verified it. Right, so those are the so here it says the partner center overview video, and you all actually have a user guide as well. Like I said, that gives you the overview, and then it also but you have to spend the time on it, or you can just go ahead and complete this video and you'll know everything you need to know. So that's the company partner scorecard. And user management is the critical aspect, because one person, if you are a small business, if you are just becoming a partner or a new partner, you can manage everything with Partner Central, but one person can do it. But if you are growing fast and you have multiple hires, you have multiple things going on, then what happens is the Partner Central, there are different aspects of Partner Central, like you see, learn, build, different things, and you may need more than one team members, like manage technical marketing users can be different, your pipeline manager user salespeople can be different, your aliens, like the really the who manages the Partner Central, can be different. So you have different users that you can add to all these sections and divide the roles. So that's really the user management section of it. I'll talk about is pipeline manager in a second. So that's the user management section, right? So to manage users, so how do we manage it? It's pretty simple. Let's say uh, first you have to invite your new users. So how do we do it? Basically what you do is you send them, you create their email addresses with the same domain. For me it's cloudoptimize.net. You create the same users in the same domain, and what you do is you ask them to register on partner network. So once they register on partner network, then when you go into these any of these sections, they'll show up over here. So then if you're going to manage areas team leaders, then you will have, you'll have the leaders, you have the people here, and you can assign them to different roles. So that is how it works, right? So that is user management. Trainings and certifications really shows all the AWS certifications for your organization. So here it's currently showing mine, because there are no other people with the cloud optimized domain that did the certification. So if the users, if your team members did certifications with their personal email addresses or something like that, you basically ask them to change, convert their transfer over their certifications to this domain, so they get showed up over here, right? So that is how it works. Or the other way to do it is you can actually assign, when that particular person logs into Partner Central, it will ask, hey, if you go to my profile and my certifications, here I have my certifications, right? So but that account, AWS account email is this. So what happens is when they log in and they open the ticket with AWS certification team, that hey, transfer this to email address, they'll transfer it, and then they can associate it with your partner domain. So either way it'll work. So that is about company certifications. Like you'll see all the certification from the company people over here. So that's obviously language. And finally support. You can contact support and open support tickets over here. So this is the main, like the top menu, like main profile settings and that kind of stuff. So now we'll talk about the Partner Central homepage. So on the homepage, as you see, you'll see the company name, when is the partner fee renewal, when is the membership, confirm membership required. Then you will have the sales funnel and key actions, is basically managing all the leads and stuff and the opportunities over here in this portal. Then you have the different partner paths, because I am enrolled in one path, which is service. It shows up here. And then you have, you just have the scorecard and it recommended paths and stuff like that. So the key thing that we want to talk about is these different menu options, because there's a huge amount of thing that you stuff that you can do with all these options. So let's start about learn. So learn is as it says, is really about skill development for your entire team. So here you have different things. You have a partner training, you have a self-paced training, instructor-led training, and certification. So these are the 4 types of skill development that you can encourage your team members to do, and you can do as well. So the partner training is really, AWS provides a ton of courses live actually, and they do it in different time zones, so you can go ahead and enroll. Some of them are free and some of them are paid, so you basically figure out which one you want to do. That's partner training. Then you have self-paced training, which is skill builder. The skill builder that is available for outside people, like normal users who are not partners, is different to the skill builder that's available for partners. So in the skill builder, you will have a lot of trainings that are really specific to partners, that you have to complete. Some are mandatory, some of them you do it because you're a partner, and things like that. So that's really the self-paced training. So let's go into the self-paced training, because that's where you spend most time as a partner, because you do a lot of training. So here in the learner dashboard, if you see, these are all the courses, and the way easiest way to do it is you filter and you first pick the language as English or whatever the language you want to prefer, and then you select free, and and then you select type is learning plan. Generally the easiest way to enroll is really joining the selecting a learning plan. For example, if you're working on solution architect professional certification, so I am already enrolled. So if I want to complete this, I am already associate, I want to become professional, I just want to renew it, because I was a professional a long time back, 2017, but not right now, so I have to rewrite the exam. So for that, if you enroll it, all the courses that are available get mapped to this learning plan. Same thing, if you it is 2000 series, 200 series cost estimations, and workload specific engagements learning plan. If you go this, it will do all the course. So decision making learn. So you have different things, learning plans for different levels of what you're doing in the team, what you're doing as a job role. There are so many options. So the learning plans are one way to do, and the other way is to just go ahead, search for a specific course, and see what comes up and enroll and do it. So that is what this really the skill builder, this section of it. And then when you have is the real thing that you really that is useful for partners is AWS ramp up guides. So each of these ramp up guides, if you go ahead and look at them, what they do is these guides have different roles, and it will have a set of courses, a set of articles, white papers that are tied to it, that you can, for example, if you want to see get Amazon Connect guide, so domain based guides, go to, if you click on it, then what happens is it will tell you what are all the things that you need to do in terms to quickly get up to speed with Amazon Connect, right? So that those are ramp up guides. So those are really useful because they collect everything and give it to you in a structured way. For example, you get the architect guide, so it will give you all the courses that are available and what you need to do and everything to become a good complete your solution architect exams and stuff within um, what do you call it, within AWS skill builder, right? So the ramp up guides are really useful. I find them really useful. Then you have once you enroll you in your courses, you actually see them in your courses, and you can keep doing your courses. So that's the learner self, what do you call it, self learning option, skill builder, the self paced training portal for skill builder. Then you have partner training, and then you have instructor led training. So those are the two things that you can explore as well. So it's the same thing. If you go into partner training, sorry, not this one, this just explains like what you need to do as a partner. But if you go to instructor led, if you see the instructor led training, you already have a lot of courses here that you can see. So if you check your checkbox offered by AWS, and then you'll see different courses. You can actually search by domain, skill level, the role, training format, and pretty much different. For example, if I want to pick architect, then you will have all these um, different trainings. So when you go into this training, it'll tell you whether it is paid or if you click on this, it will tell you whether it is paid or free. So it says offered by AWS and sold by XO, so it's a paid training, right? Similarly, you can keep finding, like there are so many trainings AWS gives for free, that you can go ahead and enroll and do it. So generally, typically, if it is like 3 days and stuff, those are generally, you know, paid. For example, this is a building data analytics solution on AWS. So this is offered by AWS. It's actually free. So using Redshift, so you can actually go ahead and enroll into it and get join that class. So that is about the partner, the skill builder section, about self-paced training, instructor training. Certification is certifications, is where you go ahead and enroll and complete your certification. So that's learn aspect. Then build, I'm not going to talk about build because um, build will do when we actually have clients and you create these offerings and case studies that we'll talk about later. The next important thing really is about market. So AWS does gives helps AWS partners with a lot of marketing activities. So the first thing you need to understand is there are two things with marketing. One, you have Marketing Central, just like Partner Central. Then you have Marketing Toolkit. So if you are, until you are become a partner, you don't have access to Marketing Central, but you can access Marketing Toolkit. So if you go into Marketing Toolkit, there you will have a lot of options. Not options, you will have a lot of things around how to market, how to use AWS marketing, how to use AWS branding. So here you have a partner messaging guide, you have creating checklists, logos, architecture icons, marketplace icons, case study kits, how to do all these things, right? So how do you go ahead and create a case study? If you download this kit, you will go ahead and understand how to write the case study. uh, Creative messaging, how do you message? This is like download and use this messaging. Logos, you'll have it here. So this is really the what do you call the marketing toolkit that you can use. Then on top you'll see campaigns, agency connect, marketing academy. I like the marketing academy because it has real two good courses, which is really prospecting one-on-one, like prospecting 101, which is basically how do you start selling your services. Then you have marketing to SMBs. So this is another section that you really that you go ahead and do the training. I completed these trainings on skill builder. So from here they actually go ahead and you can go ahead and do these trainings as well. So this marketing academy section is really helping you to build you know so, build your marketing channels for your partners offerings, right? So that is what it is. Then you have partner enablement. Again, you have, this really helps you understand what are different marketing activities that AWS does in relation with partners. So for example, the AWS marketing funds. Then you have new marketing development fund space. So they whatever the latest thing they have, they put it in over here. So how, what are the benefits? They just go ahead and explain a lot of stuff on enabling the partners. Marketing concierge is really about, AWS has pre-vetted some marketing agencies who can do like running ads and stuff. So you can actually go ahead and run a campaign using those services. So that's really about this section. So now that's market, right? So that we spent about market. So the marketing toolkit and Marketing Central is basically where you actually have everything in that. Like you have different offerings you create your you actually go ahead and submit your fund requests and do all of that stuff for marketing funds. So that's really more about the Marketing Central, that there you will have actually pre-written campaigns that you can just take and put your logo and use it on social media and other places. So that is the Marketing Central. So then you have public references, which are basically the case studies that the client agreed to openly publish. So those are public references. AWS sponsorship is really, what happens is you want to go ahead and connect with, a minute. So is really around AWS events happens once a year, I think, I believe, right? So in that you can actually, if there are opportunities for you to sponsor, you can go ahead and sponsor and do all of that stuff. So those are not required for new partners. Again, the video is intended to new partners, so it's not that important. So those are the things. Then the next important thing is really sell. In sell, there are two things. One is lead management, and then the opportunity management. Lead management happens when you run a campaign and it gets linked into this particular leads management module. But we don't, if we are not running any marketing campaigns with with partner within the partner central, then nothing works on lead management. Then you have the opportunity management. AWS pipeline manager really is AWS customer engagement pipeline manager is where you actually submit opportunities, how it came in, what is the you know what is the rate. This is the graph, but when you, this is how you create an opportunity, like what is happening, what is the customer address, country, everything. Then you type the project details, other details and everything in there, and you create an opportunity that AWS will review, and they tell you if they have, if they approve that opportunity or not, for, for other things like migration accelerator program. Then you have the market development funds. So for all those things, you this opportunity, they'll validate against the parameters and say if that opportunity is valid for all those things. So that's really about the sell. Because lead management you get to use only when you run marketing campaigns. Then you have programs, so you have partner programs, distribution engagement. This is for software distributors. Partner programs are really around developing your competency, migration partner or well architected framework partner and other stuff. Then you have the funding, funding benefits. So then you have the AWS partner funding portal where you actually go ahead and submit funding requests. And this section really helps you understand how this funding works, right? So how this time explains you that. And then partner funding portal is where you submit your funding requests. The final section, really useful section, is resources. So in AWS, there is something called APN Navigate. So what APN Navigate is really about is AWS offers partners to go ahead and get competency. For example, web architecture framework competency. If I want to get that competency for my business, then there is I have to go through a certain things, and that's really how APN Navigate. APN Navigate helps you understand how to navigate through different and get your different competencies within. For example, here step APN Navigate for AWS solution provider. If you want to get a solution provider competency, then this is your guide, right? Then you have APN public sector foundation. So if you are working in the public sector, building stuff for public sector, then this guide will help you through that. Then APN Navigate for alliance lead. So if I am an alliance lead, this Navigate guide can help you understand what are the things I have to do to be able to successfully uh, get my business, right? So there, this is really giving you, the Navigate is really giving you the path on how to achieve something, right? So that's really the Navigate. I like the Navigate piece a lot. And also under resources, you'll have, if you go to document, so you'll have a ton of documentation on various topics. First thing, unfortunately, it doesn't have a filter like English or language. So if you have any doubt, if you want to get any resources, if you want to find if there is some more help or something, you come into resources and basically search here. So for example, if I type funding, then you get the funding benefit, like key dates and deadlines. You'd have different things on funding, right? So if you are in doubt about some topic of Partner Central, then you jump into resources, type it in, and then you'll get the documentation or a guide on how to achieve that. So that's really the resources section. And then basically document, APN Navigate, video are three different filters that it will take you to, right? So the resources section has a ton of stuff that's really useful as a part for every partner to understand, learn, consume, and execute on it. So Yeah, so we discussed a lot, and in a very short time. I hope this video gave you an overview. So you have the learn, you build, you market, you sell, your programs, funding, resources, and then the home is really the dashboard. How many opportunity engagements I did, how many are in opportunities, different things, and stuff like that. So yeah, that's the overview. And just drop in a comment if you want to do a deep dive, if you want to help with to manage your partner central or anything like that. Just leave a comment, and then I'm happy to help you. So I hope this video is useful. Go ahead and like the video and subscribe to this channel, so that you can keep an eye on all the things of AWS, really around the technical stuff, as well as join me and encourage me on AWS partner journey. I hope yeah, this works. Thanks a lot for watching, and talk to you soon.